Alright, the first step in timing your Magneto to your aircraft's engine would be ensuring that the Magneto is timed. To do that, you would note down which rotation the Magneto is doing. This is a left-hand rotating Magneto, so I timed it to the left-hand pole here. If you need a video on how to time a Magneto, you can check out one of Laternal University's How to Time a Magneto video. Anyways, I would verify that this is properly timed. I would put one of these on the P lead, not that one, and then ground it to the case. This one, and then ensure it's timed here, real fast. Alright, and by spinning it with the timing pin in, it is properly timed. Alright.
Okay, so now that we have our Magneto timed and we know it's timed, the next step is to find top dead center of the compression stroke on cylinder 1. So if we come over here, we can see the numbers on the side of the engine right here. So this is 3, and then we know this is 1. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to plug this hole here where the spark plug is, and then he's going to turn it until we start to feel air coming out of the cylinder. There we go, there's the air, so keep going a little bit, and then it stops right there. So come forward a little bit more, right there. So that's where it stops. So now that's about top dead center of compression stroke. Okay, so now that we've found top dead center of the compression stroke on cylinder 1, it's time to set the timing to a certain degrees before top dead center. In this case, it's 22 degrees. You can find this on a data plate or in the manual. So to do that, we're gonna look here on the prop. Right behind the prop, we have little markings here. You can see them right here. So we're gonna move that until the 22 lines up with the bottom split in the crankcase. And then we're going to move it back and forth a little bit just to get rid of gear lash. As you can see, this is 24, so right before that is 22 degrees.
Alright, so now that the engine is set to the proper degree before top dead center, it is time to put on the Magneto. So you want the timing pin still installed from when we timed it earlier, and you just put it in right here. And make sure that the gears line up. Oh. Alright, so now that we have the Magneto on the engine, we want to make sure that it's timed correctly to the engine. So first we want to set the Magneto timing light, 1 lead going to the P lead, and then 2 going to ground that can be on the engine or the Magneto. Then we want to take the timing pin out, turn on the timing light, and rotate it just until we hear the sound. Alright, and then you want to make sure that it's exactly when we hear the sound. So go back to off, and then as soon as we hear the sound, that's when we want it. And then, from there, we tighten the bolts, or the nuts.
Rolling.
Okay, so now that we have the Magneto on the engine and timed, it's time to check if we did a good job or not. So what we're gonna do is we're gonna turn our timing relay back on. The light should still be on. We're gonna twist it in the proper way of rotation so the light goes off. And what we're gonna do is you're gonna slowly bump it back until the light comes on, just barely. Right there. So the light's just coming on, and then we come and we check underneath here just to make sure that it's still on 22 degrees.
If we had both Magnetos, we would time both Magnetos the same way to the engine. Fortunately, this is just a test engine, so it's not going to be running. But anyways, now that we have our engine timed with our Magneto properly, we would be able to start it and test it out, make sure it's good. But like I said, this is just a test, so no starting for this bad boy today. But hope you like and subscribe. Watch our other videos as well. Thank you.